Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port here on a Friday. Round 2 of the Players' Championship underway. Tony on the other side of the glass. How you doing,
dude.
sir?
Doing well, dude. Tough Rangers will also be recapping, but hey, great Friday, St. Patty's Day weekend. What up? It's beautiful weather out there. Still super stoked to be here. Going to be a great show to cap off the week, baby.
Yeah. And Sunday is Selection Sunday, so we will not only crown a champion at the Players' Championship, but also we'll see who is in the field of 68 for the NCAA tournament, which is always a great time for sure. And speaking of a great time, Josh B in the building.
Hell yeah, brother. You know what it is. Happy Friday, y'all. Tough L for the Rangers. Awesome Knicks win last night. I didn't watch it. #TC, #Sports, #TTV. Were they playing Detroit? Who are they playing?
You know,
I'm
not your NBA guy.
I feel like Mike and I had it in the studio like for a hot minute, and they were up by 15. I want to say it was the Pistons. I could be wrong.
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
I bet I can get it before you.
No, you can't, because they put the Trailblazers, and it's like the Trailblazers who are 19-47. But Jalen Brunson did have 45. So credit where credit is due. A situation. He says Kings, but it's Trailblazers.
I think Josh
Thursday.
Oh, he says I think. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't know, dude.
Wait. Would we say searching for it? So that's funny. And then, obviously we have our usual agenda here, but actually jumping the gulf just for right now, just because I said, Portland, LOL. Just because I said, it is Selection Sunday for March Madness. We did have a couple upsets yesterday in the conference tournaments. Of course, UConn, no problem. Did have a 1-point lead at the half against Xavier, but then outscored them 53-27 en route to an 87-60 win in the quarterfinals of the Big East tournament. Opposing them today at 5:30 is going to be St. John's, the Johnnies.
Let's go, baby.
Pulling the upset yesterday, I believe, over Seton Hall. So we'll have a matchup of the Big East semifinal between Seton Hall and UConn. And on the other side, how about Providence College? I know that irks Tony. The win over a top 10 team in Creighton, number 8. So
wow.
The Friars steaming to the semifinals of the Big East tournament, led by Carter, who had a double-double, 22 points, 11 rebounds, 78-73 over Creighton. So a huge win for Providence, and they've had a lot of success over Creighton in the past. They won the Big East tournament a few years back when Greg McDermott, who's the head coach, his son was on the team, went on to the NBA, yada, yada, yada. So Providence with a chance to go to the Big East final for the first time since then. They will be opposed by Marquette, who beat Villanova in overtime, 71-65. So another tough matchup for the Friars. And obviously the reward of winning a tough game here would be to most likely face UConn in the championship game. Of course, St. John's could pull up the upset. They have been on a run ever since Pitino completely ripped in the shreds. They haven't lost a game, Tony, which is kind of crazy.
Accountability.
Sometimes, though, that will turn the locker room against you. It seems like it brought them together. So they put up 91 points against Seton Hall, 91-72. Joel Soriano with a double-double, 14 points, 12 rebounds. So I definitely want to watch some of these games, later on. The 2 Big East games. We got the ACC tournament going as well. How about Duke going down to Chokery's alma mater in NC State? That was definitely a surprise for sure. So Duke going home early, and we've seen that in the conference tournament before. Obviously, being number 11 in the country, before this game, we'll have a solid seed in the NCAA tournament. But NC State, under 500 in conference, now with an opportunity to steal a bid, should they be able to continue on. So we'll get to today's matchups in a second for the ACC, but 5:30 FOX, as Tony likes to say, St. John's versus UConn. Take a guess what the spread is, sir. Or you already saw it or not?
No, I did not say it.
Okay.
St. John's versus UConn.
Yeah, so 29-3, 20-12.
UConn 7 points? 7?
9.5. You were closer with 8. I know you're going to say 8.
Yeah.
But 9.5. I think they easily cover. Like I said, great story with St. John's, but I think UConn will silence them. And then the other matchup, Marquette and Providence. Providence 21-12, 10-10 in Big East. Marquette 24-8, 14-6 Big East. So based off of that, what would you say the line is in the Providence Marquette game? And like I said, Marquette number 10 in the country.
Marquette 6.
4.5.
Wow.
Friars
Close,
getting
dude.
some respect.
Yeah, dude. Put some respect on the name.
You had Ed Cooley leaving the Friars, Kim English coming in and doing a pretty good job with the team. Despite having some injuries this year to Bryce Hopkins, who was their best player on the team last year. So that was kind of interesting. Wow, Scotty dropping a shot. Yeah, we'll get to the leaderboard in a second, dude. Tony. We don't want to jump the gun just yet. Also, Matthew in the house. Did you read those comments?
I did not read them, but he is in the house. He says, of course, the heavy. Let's go. How are you? From Rochester.
Oh, never mind. I was wrong. Sorry. He didn't drop a shot. But yes, he did tell me he was in Rochester.
Yes, dude, having a good time. The food, dude.
Do you know where that is, Tony? Have you heard of it? Does it sound familiar?
Yeah, of course. I've heard of it.
Other parts of New York seem like they're,
Rochester, I feel like is pretty prominent, I would say, compared to other towns. Yeah.
Upstate.
It's pretty high up there.
So great to have Matthew with us as well. So semifinals for the ACC tournament, we have Pitt in North Carolina.
Hell yeah.
Pitt 22-10, 12-8 in the ACC. North Carolina 26-6, 17-3 in the ACC, and of course the 2 wins over Duke. So what's your thoughts there? Number 4 versus Pittsburgh, unranked 22-10 spread. UNC. What
Pittsburgh is 22-10.
Yep, and UNC unranked. UNC number 4, 26-6.
26-6. I know I keep sticking in this range. 6,
7.5,
7.5. Oh gosh.
And then NC State versus Virginia. Not a matchup we expected. Wow, Maverick McNeil almost chipping it in on number 2. So not a matchup we expected to see in the semifinal of the ACC tournament, but NC State 20-14, 9-11 ACC. Virginia 23-9, 13-7 ACC. What do we think the line is here?
3.5 there.
2.5. So close, Tony. Close. Virginia, giving 2.5. And then just kind of taking a gander at the rest of America in the collegiate ranks here. We're in the quarterfinal round in the Big Ten. Obviously, more teams there. So we have Michigan State, Purdue. That game is 12 o'clock today. Purdue number 3, Michigan State unranked, but Tom Izzo, the pedigree. This is a line I feel like you're going to be confused by. So 19-13, Purdue's 28-3. What do you think the spread is there?
28-3 is Purdue. 19-18.
19-13.
Oh, 19-13. 6.5.
7.5. So you're getting there. And then another quarterfinal, 2:30 Big Ten Network, Wisconsin at Northwestern, 20-12, 21-10 for Northwestern, 11-9 for Wisconsin in the Big Ten, 12-8 Big Ten. So seems pretty close.
Right.
I'll give you Wisconsin as favored. What do you think the line is?
3.5.
4.5.
Damn it.
Ohio State, Illinois, 6:30 Big Ten Network. Illinois 23-8, number 13 in the land. Ohio State not expected to be here. 2012, 9-11 Big Ten. What do you think the Fighting Illini are favored by in this one?
5.5.
4.5. How is it always one?
Come on.
And
dude.
then last quarterfinal here, Indiana, Nebraska. Nebraska 22-9, Indiana 19-13, 10-10 in conference. Nebraska 12-8. What do you think the Cornhuskers are favored by?
4.5.
4.5. Wow.
Really?
It's like he cheated, but I know you didn't. I'm just saying, because there was some struggle leading up to it. Fair point.
Yeah,
fair point.
All right.
And then let's just go Big 12 just to finish off. We're in the March feel. And we're gonna have to do our bracket selection next week too. So
That's fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun next week as well. The only part of college basketball I feel like Tony enjoys.
Yeah,
because you're tight. You don't want UConn to win. You know,
I don't
you'd
know.
rather see them lose in the first round to a 16 seed.
Stop it, dude.
Right? No, honestly.
Right.
I'm
I
not
mean,
like ripping you.
I
I'm
just
just
see
saying.
St. John's win, right? I'd rather see
Like,
St.
would you
John's win.
actually be riled, or is it like kind of more riled, not for St. John's, but to kind of like rub it in the Connecticut faithful?
I get
honestly.
rubbing into the Connecticut faithful,
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah,
But that's okay. It's okay to be honest, to be a dick. It's fine.
yeah, it is fine. Thank you.
It's gonna toss.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we had a toss. Didn't take out any lights. Let's see.
Thank
Can he
God,
hit him? Can he hit him?
Hits him.
That's what it's all about. All right. So Big 12 semifinals here. Texas Tech, number 25, 23-9. Houston, 29-3. Number 1 in the country. 1 versus 25. What's the spread for the Cougars?
Oh my goodness.
Again, searching for it. I don't care. You thought it for a second.
I did not think
Houston
even further.
Cougars,
I'm
that's the
focused
mascot.
on the spread here. 7.
8.5.
Oh,
Last one here.
all right.
Iowa State, Baylor. Iowa State 25-7, 13-5 in the Big 12. Baylor 23-9, 11-7. Iowa State, the Cyclones, our favorite here. What's the spread?
Slight favorite, 3.5.
1.5.
Whoa, dude. 1.5.
So, as we progress in Scotty hitting one out of the straw here on number 15, which will be a good segue. And like, of course, we'll talk all about who's in, who's out on Monday for college basketball. But for the Players Championship, we went to bed last night. Okay, he comes up just short of the green, but he'll be okay. But we went, the first round was suspended. A couple guys didn't finish. But the 3 leaders at 7 under were Xander Schauffele, Wyndham Clark, and Rory McIlroy. So we had talked about Rory.
Great day one.
We figured he wasn't going to perform well here, and he silenced all the doubters. How about a record, Tony? 10 birdies for Rory yesterday.
Really?
In round 1. So
That's
that
crazy.
those were the 3 leaders. Scotty Scheffler, as always, strong to start here. After a bogey on 1, he had 3 straight birdies to get back in the mix. Ended up shooting 67, 2 shots back at 5 under of the leaders going into round 2. Right now, he had the early tee time, so he went late early. Rory was early late, so he'll tee off at 140. But Scotty right now 2 under through 5 on the 6th, which is his 15th hole, just off the green, was in the straw, tried to run it up. Tough shot. What are you going to do?
Dude, kind of good shot, though. I mean, that's where you landed?
Yes. Yeah.
Pretty
so
solid.
given the angle, but it is Scotty. You expect him to be Superman and do all of that.
Fowler just hit one on the green.
Yeah. So there we go. Isn't this technology pretty cool?
Bro, it's kind of crazy, this thing, by the way.
JT hitting out of the bunker.
Yeah.
Now I'm watching this live.
So am I.
Well, you're not actually watching it, but let's see, 142 to the hole here. JT looks like he's got like a wedge in his hand. What do we got here? So up in the air, he looks it in, and right on the green. Wow, what a shot, curving towards the hole. Tough to see from the angle, but if I had to guess, I would say 12 feet for JT. Left to clean up for birdie, which would be kind of nice. But Wyndham Clark leading right now, 8 under. He's through 4 holes and shot a 65 yesterday, was co-leader. How about Matty Schmid, an underdog story here, 3 under through 9. He's tied at 7 under with Scotty, Xander Schauffele, who tees off at 129, Rory 140. You have Matt Fitzpatrick, who missed the cut last week. He's playing the 16th hole now. He's 6 under and is even on his route today, but his second approach shot is off the green on number 16 into the rough. So that'll be a tough shot for him. The postman, JT Poston, also at 6 under. He's 3 under through 6. Chris Kirk, who had a hot start to the season, kind of faded recently, 6 under, 2 under through 4 today. Maverick McNeely, who nearly chipped in, is 1 under through 2. Nick Taylor, the champion in Phoenix, 6 under, will tee off at 202. So those are your 6 under. So that gets you to tied through 6. Looking further down the leaderboard, you got Jason Day, 5 under. He'll tee off at 118. Ludwig Aubert, 5 under. He'll tee off at 151. Further down the list here, Colin Morikawa, good start on his round today, 2 under through 4. So he's tied for 21st at 3 under. Further down the list here, Open champion Brian Harman tied for 21st, 3 under today through 4, shot an even par 72. yesterday. So hit the Gala 1 under through 3 today. He's 3 under, tied for 21st. Tony's sleeper pick. And I know that sounded crazy. Jimmy Stanger, Tony, shot a 69 yesterday and is even through his first hole today. So tied for 21st. So not too bad there for Mr. Stanger. And let's see, Justin Rose, my sleeper, shot 70 yesterday. He's tied for 38th at 2 under. Further down the list, Max Homa was supposed to be the second favorite in this tournament as Scotty's looking on here on his third shot on this par 4. See what he does. I'll keep you posted. But Homa, 68 yesterday, but he's 3 over through 6. So flirting with the cut line. Ashke Bahadia, even par 72. 1 under through 3 today. He's tied for 53rd. And we'll take you through this Scotty Scheffler shot here on number 15. Let's see if you can run it up to the hole. Not much room to work with. Takes the club back. Ball is on the green, starting left, and it zooms past. Okay, so he's going to have a par putt. Let's call it 12 feet for Scotty to save par. So in danger of dropping a shot here. Let's see if he can put it through the back of the cup. And other than that, Tom Kim withdrew. I'm guessing an injury. And then your dog right now, Cam Davis shot 79 yesterday and is 3 over through 8. So a tough start to his day. And I was actually going to check on Steve Stricker. Let's see where he is. Looks like he's actually positioned himself somewhat well. Let's just do a full search here on Steve Stricker. So Stricker shot 72. So I think that's pretty good. I think he's 54 years old, shoots even par in round 1. So a pretty good start there. Did you ever ask Thorne if he's there or no?
No, I'll text him right now.
Yeah. If you had to guess, you'd say yes or?
Yeah.
The weather looks beautiful. I guess it's cleared up. Remember we were saying it was a little spotty potentially.
Yeah, dude, I thought so. But I mean, good for them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out on that. And as we move along, I'll keep you posted on the tournament, but let's go to the world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play. Stop it. Yep. And Alonso cracks one. The Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right, Tony. So before we do anything here for baseball, just wanted to give you my fantasy draft results here from last night. It's the first one of the season. Obviously looking forward to the TCA Baseball League. So my catchers, like I said, Francisco Alvarez. We know you love that. Christian Walker at first, Bryson Stout at second, Rafael Devers at third, Ellie De La Cruz at third base.
Nice.
And then in the outfield, Aaron Judge, Marcelo Zuna, and Adolis Garcia. Utility spots are O'Neal Cruz and Estory Ruiz, who stole 57 bases for Oakland last year. Christopher Morel. Bench spots are Dalton Varsho, Austin Wells, and then Jason Dominguez. Pitching, we have Dylan Cease, Pablo Lopez, Jordan Romano, Adbert Alzole, the closer for the Cubs, Joe Musgrove, Mackenzie Gore, Kyle Finnegan, Carlos Esteves, Justin Verlander, and the last pick of the draft, Luis Severino. I know the pitching's a little weak, but I'm expecting a lot of pickups throughout the year. Honest assessment, give me a draft grade here.
Honestly, I think like A-. Honestly,
Really?
I think Lopez would be pretty solid for you. Severino too. You never know. Like we were talking about before the show. Pretty interesting. I guess people just don't have confidence in your draft league over there, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you understand. I mean, the results are bad, but he's been lights out this spring. You're telling me he's not worth the last round pick?
Yeah, definitely. So I think you'd be pretty happy, dude. Love Christian Walker, by the way. That's gonna be awesome.
That was a later pick.
Yeah.
And then Ellie De La Cruz, I know
Over
he kind of
third.
tapered second half. Azuna won me the league last year. Josh B asking how many teams in this league? 12-team Roto league, Josh. And I did have a couple keepers. And then Judge in the first. I know I was a little nervous, but it's I've had him in this league
Classic.
every year since his rookie year, other than the COVID season. So I just had to do it. Couldn't help it. And you think I'll have any regret going with Devers over Alonso in the second round? Honestly.
No.
I mean, Devers is nasty.
Yeah, Devers is, and he's going to be nasty again this season. So
Yeah. And then
he had like a ridiculous batting average last year. No.
yeah, I think actually for him it probably wasn't that
No?
good, but and this only shows you this is an on base percentage instead of batting average.
Okay.
But his on base percentage last year was 351. So I mean, obviously that's a good
pretty
one.
solid. Yeah, batting average I guess was low for him. 271.
And then I'm really excited about the Cruzes, Ellie De La Cruz and O'Neal Cruz. I think they could be two of the stars in the league this year.
Dude, O'Neal Cruz is nice.
And then how bad do you think the pitching is, honestly? Or you think I'm overhyping that's not as bad as I think? Maybe closers are weak.
Yeah, who's your closer?
Romano,
Oh,
Alzolay, and then Esteves and Finnegan.
all right.
But like
Esteves.
we know, I mean, would you say on average every year there is a closer changing hands a third of the league at least?
Oh yeah, I would say so.
So I mean, obviously pickups.
Yeah, pickups are big.
No roster like limit like pickups. You can pick up as many guys as you want.
Nice.
Just an innings limit, 1350 innings, which is tough to even reach anyway.
Right.
So I was bugging honestly after it was over, but you think I'm just being paranoid? It's a pretty good team.
Yeah, I think it will be a very good team. How are the other teams around the league looking? Are they kind of stacked up or?
I mean, it varies. Like Jordan, who's the commissioner. We have the keepers. You can keep a guy for 3 years, and I think he's on the last year of Julio Rodriguez, like 21st round.
Oh wow!
I dropped the ball on the prospects, but I have 3 other fantasy drafts, so I'll be prepared this time. But somebody took like Jackson Holiday, like 11th round, like stuff like that. So yeah, pitching. Hopefully, it says Verlander's not going to miss that much time. I got him in the 15th round. I mean, if he's good when he comes back in the 15th round, I mean that would be kind of a steal.
Yes, it would be. But I mean, I don't know about that one, dude.
Better season, Dylan Cease or Pablo Lopez this year?
Ooh, good question. I mean, I feel like Dylan Cease, odds are he'll have the better season.
Pitchers Park.
Yeah.
Lopez had a career year last year. Could regress.
He could regress. Well, I feel like Lopez's ceiling is higher. That's what it is. Like if Lopez is lights out, he'll be better than Cease, but I think Cease is more likely to have like a consistently good year.
Maybe I'm getting too crazy, and obviously he's not even on the Yankees. It would have been nice if they picked him up, but he's on the Padres. But I just feel like Pitchers Park team, I think expectations are tempered given what the Dodgers did, how the Diamondbacks were in the World Series. Like he could win like the Cy Young, honestly. I think he's going to be dialed.
Yeah, you think so?
I think and motivated too.
Right.
Chicago was a terrible situation to be in. I feel like
the White Sox. Yeah. Oh my God! I mean, think about like even just like clubhouse culture.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And now that the Padres have made some moves, but I feel like too. No, sorry, I'm just looking. Scotty, what the heck is going on? He's sitting down. This is like the weirdest fucking thing. He was sitting down. It looked like he was getting like his neck massaged. Really? Can you see if you see anything on Twitter on this?
Yeah. Let's see.
Jesus, if he has to withdraw, that is absolutely brutal.
Yeah, receiving 4 minutes ago. Receiving
between holes.
Treatment between holes.
I mean, obviously, no way to know, Tony. But if you just had to guess, big tournament, number 1 player in the world, you think he's just going to gut it out? As long as it's
I think so. He's experiencing some discomfort. Yeah, there he is, dude.
One shot back of the lead too. I mean, look, give me some like commentary on this.
I don't know, dude. He probably I want to say just something in his neck wrong last night. A little tight, a little sore. Nothing to be worried about. Just a trainer, just getting a little massage in there. Probably a little sore trap, sore neck. I don't think it's anything to worry about, dude.
Let's hope.
For the folks at home here, wondering what it looks like of Scotty getting some work done.
He is on the tee. We gotta go live through it. So he did bogey last hole, so he is at 6 under.
Oh really?
But stepping up to the tee, we'll see what this looks like. So 16 is a par 5, 507. This is like a big tee shot here to just see if there's like any like wincing or if this is like a terrible shot. I have to say I'm pretty nervous with the minus 200 right now. Today.
Oh, well, yeah, because Rory's doing well.
No,
too,
I just feel
guess,
like
huh?
not that he's not going to do well, but that he's going to
Right.
withdraw. That's what I'm worried about. But addressing the ball here, tee shot over the water. So this is a difficult shot. Let's see what Scotty does. Takes the club back, swings, ball in the air. Body language doesn't look bad. Ball going. And he has found the fairway. So a good shot for Scotty. Let's see him walking. I don't see anything too crazy, but I do get nervous too. Like he finishes out the round and then like overnight withdraws.
Yeah.
By the way, Michael says the best in the business. I say Michael is the best in the business. How about that?
Absolutely. And here it is. I believe this is the hole they say. This is the swing where the discomfort started on the 12th hole. You can see Scotty swings definitely off balance, grabbing his left trap. It looks like right after the swing off the tee. So
let's see.
Take it as you want.
Oh, they don't go to him after.
Yeah, they don't go to him after. But you can still tell he's.
I don't think that's like. But don't you think it's like that's gonna bother him? But at the same time, like you think he's gonna gut it out?
Yeah, I do think so, dude. I mean, he's a competitor, and he's also like. It's not like he's out of the tournament, he's he's like in it right now. Like
biggest purse on the PGA Tour. Like it's like you're not.
He wants his bag, dude.
Yeah, I think we said $3.5 million, right?
Yeah,
it's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. Dude.
Honestly, I know people ask this type of question all the time, but if you did get like gifted $3.5 million right now, and let's say this is just like. All right, yeah, just whatever. Yeah. What would you do with it? First thing.
3.5.
3.5.
First thing. I mean, I guess I would do the smart thing and invest some of it, right?
Jay bugging Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Does he have that much, or he just like sprinkled a couple of shekels?
He definitely has a lot.
Like a lot.
I don't know about a lot. I know his dad does. Not to put his dad's business out there, but like I've always he always said his dad was hot on it early, you know. So
but I feel like when I saw that text this morning, I like because I know I used to make this mistake, but if I had to guess, I think he's checking constantly.
Definitely, dude.
Because you know what? Like I was telling before, like if it goes to 50,000 today, it's fine, Tony. Because it's a buying opportunity. Michael knows it. Fuck the whales. We talked about it.
Yeah.
What are we at now? You're tight. I can just tell your face.
No. I mean, look at it. I was just
hold on. Let me guess.
Yeah. I want you to guess.
67,500.
68.2 right now.
Okay. So I think it was down like high 66s earlier.
It was high 66 early. Let me see. Hold on. Just today by itself. It went down, as low as 67.1.
Oh, jeez.
And that was
there's a
10 o'clock.
cart near Scotty.
Oh no.
But he's walking to his ball. I think he's fine, but it was just weird how the cart came up behind him. And then Michael says he never checks. It's going to $1 million. Could you just do one more Scotty Twitter check?
Absolutely, dude. Let's see what we got here. Scotty Scheffler.
Fairway finder for Scotty is a ball speed. The ball speed is down a little.
Well, they're saying potential, but these people are like, who is this Patrick guy? Like nobody. Struggling with a neck crick. It says here. This is 4 minutes ago.
Sleeps on his neck wrong.
Is that actually
I can relate
reported
to that guy.
though?
I don't know.
Oh, because I saw someone tweet that, but I couldn't tell if that was like really. That seems to be the latest on Scotty.
Yankees got blanked 7-0 by Detroit yesterday. Stroman popped 4
we know that.
7 hits, 4 and 4 Ks, 3 walks. So not too much to report there.
Yeah. Even less to report for the Mets there.
Let's see. Verdugo with a hit. So 3 hits on the day. So Cabrera, Grisham, and Verdugo.
What happened to Stroman? Just
didn't have it. But he had been lights out all of his other starts. Loaizaga inning and 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 strikeout. Clay Holmes, third of an inning, walk and a strikeout, 2 hits. Victor Gonzalez, clean 9th. So, on to the next one. It is spring training, so let's take it easy, Tony. Let's not get crazy. Well,
I didn't say
0-0
anything.
game. Yankees had one of those earlier this spring.
0-0, pretty crazy. Buteau, 4 innings scoreless. Doing another great start from him. You never know.
Is he going to be in the rotation?
No, there's probably not a spot for him in the rotation, but hey, bullpen piece, maybe you can develop him. Still haven't really seen, I don't think, a string of dominant starts from him in the majors yet. So again, I've been saying it, another pitcher almost like McGill, who we've seen have success in spring training, but then struggle when it comes to the regular season. Nonetheless, I think only 3 hits on the day for the Mets total. 2 of them, though, coming from Zach Short. So watch out. I believe he is making a push perhaps for second base. Who knows, dude? Third base even. Brett Beatty. I don't think hitting very well this spring season. So
I feel like you don't like Beatty. You're just like annoyed. Like, be good or just get out of here.
Well, no, literally, because again, like, think about his, of course, it's like, first start in the major leagues, first at bat, first pitch, homer,
yeah,
riled, have a good time, looks pretty solid on defense, can develop a little bit, but still looks solid on defense. Then down the stretch of the season, struggles to play, makes some defensive errors. I mean, it's just like, come on, man. Like, I need you to have like some type of bounce back season here. Like you and Alvarez, the tag team duo, like at the same time, you guys are buddy. Like, I want to see some confidence from him. I feel like he's a little bit. He got shook last season on the field.
Would you say it's make or break for him this year?
Yeah, dude. Because I just feel like Mets short amount of patience right now. And then plus there's some great third basemen out there. So I mean, if he's not developing as much as you can, and you can get someone like Zach Short some looks there, who seems like he's heating up this spring's training season. Absolutely, dude, make a break.
Scotty missing the green on his second shot. I don't think it was a tough shot though. He's in the rough. I don't think he's that far out, but I'm just bugged out about this, but I guess we'll just have to see. Matty Schmid, Matt Fitzpatrick, and JT Poston, Wyndham Clark, Xander Schauffele, Roy McIlroy, all tied at 7 under. So packed leaderboard at the top, Tony. And for the Yankees tonight, home on Yes Network, you have Clark Schmidt versus Quinn Priester. So the Yankees hosting the Pirates, 6:35. No lineups just yet. So I think important for Clark Schmidt. We know Cole's going to miss the first couple months. We need Clark Schmidt to be dialed. And you'd like to see something positive out of him today. So that one's 6:35.
Are you expecting that?
Yeah, honestly, the
Pirates.
Pirates.
You sound a little downtrodden. Is it more Scotty?
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Because it's just, come on. Like, this can't just happen after this tournament. It has to happen right now.
I know the neck. Come on, dude. Like, what's going on?
And it's like, come on, you're fine. Like, it's
like you're really fine.
Unless there's literally a bulging disc, which there definitely isn't.
Definitely not.
I just find it ridiculous, Tony. Honestly.
No, I would agree with you. It is rather ridiculous.
What's the deal with the Mets tonight?
Tonight, Nationals, 6:00 game. No line about yet, but Adrian Houser getting the start for the Mets.
Okay. And he's been good.
He's been good. Again, definitely contributing to that low ERA of the Mets starting rotation this spring training season. But still, I think last outing, I want to say it was 4 innings, 1 earned run with like 3 Ks. So nothing crazy, but I don't know. I feel like I need to see some dominant strikeouts from him to be a little bit more confident to say he has like some lights out stuff potential. Because I don't know, I just feel like no batter is gonna be really that intimidated, getting a matchup against Houser here. So, but we'll see. Maybe string along another good start here against the Nationals. I mean, if you can get strikeouts, by your off-speed pitches, that's fine with me. Or you force a lot of ground outs, whatever you want to be a contact pitcher. But I don't know, dude. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like contact pitchers, like sometimes it doesn't really work out.
You have to have impeccable control.
Yeah,
and you have to have multiple pitches, change speeds, and
Yeah.
throw that pitch at any time. You can't be predictable.
Yeah. So, like, I feel that's really tough because we've seen Carrasco try to do that. We've seen Stroman try to do that. And obviously, Stroman may be a little more successful on it than some. But still, I mean, ultimately, I don't know, dude. I feel like having that fastball, like, is just so It's just different.
Well, it is the high fastball.
Yeah.
Let's see. Scotty out of the rough, 21 yards to the green here. We'll see if we get anything on the neck. A tree is in the way. I would probably kill myself hitting the shot. Let's see what he does here. You think a good shot here? We've seen
Absolutely,
him.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Dialed in. Ice in the veins.
Ice in the neck.
Yeah, dude.
So Scotty setting up here. Takes the club back. Ball in the air. Steps back. And okay, so he's gonna have, let's call it 17 feet, 16 feet for a birdie. So not bad. Doesn't look too bad body language wise. So we'll keep an eye out there.
This guy tweeted out that Scheffler has been warned that they are out of position, maybe put on the clock soon.
Taking too much time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You know how much
That's
time?
why the guy came over. I don't know, honestly, but that's fine. He's gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna come of that. And then also, baseball wise here too. The second opinion of Garrett Cole, Dr. Neil Elatrachi in Los Angeles, says will not need Tommy John surgery, and he's been advised to rest and undergo non-invasive treatment and will be shut down for at least a month. Yankees have not given a timetable for Cole's return. They're talking about opening day. They're saying it's unclear. Boone said he's made his decision and has declined to share it. Expected to be Cortez, Clark Schmidt, or a bullpen game, which is interesting. Please, dear God, do not start the season with a bullpen game. Let's just blow out the bullpen the first game of the season, Tony.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea. By the way, update on Thorne at the 17th tee right now.
Any news on Scheffler? Insight, with the slow play.
Yeah.
Scheffler is going to be on that hole.
Yeah.
No. We're going to get an insider report.
Yeah. Oh,
honestly.
absolutely, dude.
Please, Tony, tell them, lay out the situation for him, honestly. And why you could send him the text now because I have some stuff I want to mention here. So Michael Kopech, we've seen him get tight before. White Sox have decided to move him to the pen. And he has some comments here. It is not my first choice where I want to be. I like starting, but I've had some success in that role. Ultimately, we're looking at what's best for the team this year. If I can help us with games in the back of the bullpen, I'm excited to do that. Kind of an interesting move for Kopech, given that, they just traded Dylan Cease, but Drew Thorpe maybe starts in the rotation. The former Yankee top pitching prospect. Kopech struggling to a 5.43 ERA last season. We've talked about this before. I know he's not a fan initially of this. I think it is an outstanding move and will possibly save Tony Michael Kopech's career. Honestly.
Really?
5.43 ERA.
Yeah,
we saw him dominate when he was in the bullpen. No.
Yeah, true. That is right.
27 years old still.
Wow, is he really that young too?
Will turn 28 in April, end of April.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that could literally turn his career around.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I mean, wouldn't don't you think though, as a reliever, you could see him having success or no?
Oh my God, yeah, definitely, dude.
Already had success. So I found that interesting. Adam Duvall back to the Braves here, 1 year, $3 million. Trevor Stefan to have UCL reconstruction, the reliever on the Guardians. And then Jake Odorizzi signing with the Rays. So a couple reunions here after missing the 2023 season. And that's one of those signs for the Rays. The guy hasn't pitched. You can see him come back and performing well.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean,
Scheffler going to putt for birdie here.
Oh, really?
15'4". So I was kind of close on that distance here. We'll take you through this putt before we move along. Scheffler ball going towards the cup, and it's in.
Wow, let's go, dude.
Thorne update incoming.
Wow,
on Scotty Scheffler. So I'm riled. Did you say the whole thing about how we have the minus 200?
No. Yeah, I'll tell him right now though.
Oh, so you didn't even say anything yet?
No. I literally asked him Scheffler's coming up. I asked him if he's gonna massage his neck.
You think he gets a Tony chuckle out of that one?
Yeah, I definitely think so.
So that's hilarious. But yeah, Josh B says Kopech has some nasty stuff, and I know Josh B got that firsthand experience that I did when he was pitching in the Field of Dreams game and shut down the Yankees before Craig Kimbrell blew the game, but then ultimately I believe was it Tim Anderson who hit the walk-off home run?
I think so, right? Yeah,
which was tough off of Chapman.
Definitely. Yep.
JT Poston finding the bunker.
That was a fun
number
game to
8.
watch. I know the Yankees ended up losing that, but what a crazy game.
And they blew that though.
They
How
really did,
like they
dude.
sold or whatever, and it's like there's not going to be games there. I feel like that's complete nonsense, Tony.
No, literally, like
A money
so
move.
dumb. Yeah.
I think the big hurt is part of the ownership group there too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But that field was so cool. The production value at a place like that too. I mean, come on, man.
And unfortunately, he ended up passing away. But it was nice before that happened that they got Ray Liotta out there.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was.
But that being said, let's go now to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores. Captain with the overtime winner. That's the nail break. It's a world-class hit right here. Kowski stepping. Rink Washington made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn. Side of the net. Between the legs and they score. Filthy. David Pasternak. The silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
And I can't believe like this wasn't like, I don't know if I just didn't get usually I always get ESPN notifications unrelated to hockey here. Keenan Allen traded for by the Chicago Bears.
Really?
How about that?
That is kind of crazy.
4th round draft pick.
Really?
Allen, 31 years old, entering the final season of a 4-year extension he signed in 2020, due a $5 million roster bonus Sunday. After declining to take a pay cut, he has a new home opposite DJ Moore. So I think that's an outstanding move. I know, injuries have been a concern, but when he's healthy, he's unbelievable. 6-time Pro Bowl selection. And Chicago has 4 picks in the draft. So number 1, number 9, number 75, and number 122. So they've traded some of their lower picks, but obviously those are all power picks. And of course, they're expected to take Caleb Williams. And then also, whatever they can get for Justin Fields. So I think they'll have plenty of selections there. And I think Scotty's about to, or is they going to go JT first here on 17? But I think the Bears are getting this right, just loading up with weapons before a rookie quarterback comes in.
Yeah, that's for sure. I feel like the Chargers losing a lot of pieces.
And didn't they release Mike Williams as well?
I think
Austin
so.
Eckler's gone.
He's gone.
So who the hell? I mean, I know they took Johnston.
They may
it
have
is
picked up-
Scheffler on the tee, by the
Did
way.
they get Gus Edwards too, or am I crazy?
They did get Gus Edwards, and they did release Mike Williams, who tore his ACL last year. 29 years old, former first-round pick out of Clemson. Scotty's ball in the air on 17. Let's see what we got here. And it is on the green. Probably similar putt to the birdie he made. Probably, let's call it 15 feet. So a great job there. Ricky is only like 6-7 feet. So I'm sure Thorne heard a roar after that shot.
Yeah, definitely, dude. I'm sure you're going to see some of his camera shots, dude.
Yeah. Nothing back yet.
No, he's probably working right now,
Yeah, but he's on his phone all the time. Cool.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then just before we, do our hockey here, Sam Howell traded from the traded to the Seahawks from the Commanders. So I guess the Commanders moving Howell out. We talked about them getting Mariota, probably wanting no competition there with the rookie quarterback. So the trade, Seattle receives Howell, a 4th round draft pick, number 102, a 6th round, number 179, in exchange for a 3rd rounder, number 78, and a 5th, number 152. I think that's a good move for Seattle. Geno Smith's future uncertain. Same thing with Drew Lock. I liked what I saw to Howell. Obviously struggled with turnovers at times. But I think why not take a flyer on him? I think there's talent there.
Yeah. How much do you expect from? Yeah, no, true. You're not really giving him much.
But I mean, I'm not expecting it, but I think is it possible that he has 3,800 yards and 24 touchdowns and 12 picks? Yeah, I do. And I almost think he could be better than Geno next year, honestly.
Really?
You would rather have Geno?
kind of, honestly.
I mean, let's see. Obviously, it was a career year.
Yeah, he's proved a lot.
And then let's see. The Minnesota Vikings acquired the Houston Texans 1st round draft pick Friday in a trade that could be a precursor to moving up further in the round to select a quarterback. The Vikings acquired the Texans' number 23 overall pick along with a 7th rounder. The Texans received the Vikings' 2nd round pick, number 42, their 6th round pick, and then the 2nd rounder next year.
Holy
Is it
shit.
just me? Or I know, like, yes, collectively you're getting more picks here, but to not get a 1st round pick in the deal, I feel like is terrible for the Texans, no?
Yeah, and I think they've been doing so well in this free agency so far.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, that is weird.
I mean, they pick up, the extra 2nd rounder next year, the extra 6th rounder this year, but they go from number 23 overall to number 42 overall. I don't know, I just would have expected more, and at least instead of a 6th round pick, maybe like a 5th or something. Like, seems a little weak in terms of compensation.
Yeah, it does, especially because I feel like, again, they were doing so well with like backing up the fact that they expect CJ Stroud to have a great year, be competitive, surround him with pieces now, and then they're making this move that seems to benefit them in the following season, more so than this season. So I don't know. That's kind of weird, unless they're, I don't know, expecting to pick up like a diamond in the rough in the 6th round, I guess.
Yeah, I just feel like they've done a good job in drafting, which
They
they had like
have.
Tank Dell.
Yeah. Oh my
and then
goodness.
Pierce was good like
Yeah.
his first year and obviously not last year. And the Texans also giving Mixon a 3-year
Yeah.
contract extension.
What are the chances you think, because we've seen it so often in sports,
$27 million.
that Stroud's sophomore year,
No, he's a baller. He's a gamer.
you think
He's
locked to be?
yes. Because I know he only had 1 start in his rookie year,
Yep. Mhm.
but I mean, Patrick Mahomes, AFC Championship game, 2nd year. I know, like I said, only the 1 start at the end of the year. I get it, but I'm saying it's not always true. It depends on the player.
Yeah, no, I think you're totally right.
Happens a lot,
Asking your opinion.
but
Yep.
I think if you're a rock star, like that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
right?
no, I agree. I agree.
And then the Jags picking up the 49ers scraps. D lineman Eric Armstead signing a 3-year deal with them. 3 years, $51 million after refusing to restructure his contract, Tony.
What do you think about that? I think there's been a lot of players this offseason or this free agency specifically that declined like restructuring their contract or declined whatever offer their current team had for them. Do you find that to be kind of odd?
Yeah, but I think it's like, sometimes they want to play, like call the bluff.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to restructure. We're going to release you. Okay,
Yeah.
release me. And then they don't always do it. And I would say
Right.
it's 50-50 probably.
Yeah.
And you feel, really, I mean, it's just the way that football, I mean, I guess it's why they make so much money, but just with like the cap and like not guaranteeing contracts, like that's like, I think it's as ridiculous as hockey not guaranteeing contracts. Because
Yeah.
the physicality, I mean, what do you think? Is it equal? Like, is it similar? Is football more? What do you think?
Physicality wise,
I mean, I guess football's
I would
more,
say
but-
football is more.
But
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
I mean, hockey's not like that far behind when you compare the other sports.
No, yeah. Oh, definitely compared to other sports. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely not.
So yeah, I just found that interesting. But loaded slate yesterday. First though, you watched it. I didn't get a chance to have my fantasy draft. So I need a full synopsis. 6-3 had a 2-0 lead, I believe, Tony.
Yes, after the first.
And then Braden Point had 6 points. No pun intended. Scotty's
Yeah.
birdie pot on 17 is skates just by the hole, so he'll tap in for par, but tied for the lead at 7 under. No issues there. But give me the Tony breakdown. Josh B. Cheesing Thorn. No.
Nothing back from Thorn yet. So.
Because you had like a little like smirk there, like you're like hiding.
Well,
like, some
because
secret
I thought I
information.
saw like I was like, oh, there's a text message. Maybe it's him. Wasn't him.
But it seemed like it was like bad news or something.
No, it wasn't bad news. No.
Okay.
It was just Renee saying what we're doing in the rest of the day. You know.
So it didn't involve drinking. You were tight.
Yeah. But I guess it could involve drinking.
Okay. All right. So
Um,
start. But
What
continue.
should have involved drinking was the Ranger game last night, because it was honestly pretty embarrassing to be watching this game. I feel like the Rangers very much so played down to the Lightning. I mean, the Bolts here, we know what their deal is, right?
Right.
I will say though, and I really hate to say it, but I think the Lightning just wanted this game more. You want to look at the Lightning in terms of, let's say, like wild card contention, right? They're in the first wild card spot for the East. Rangers are, as of now, set to be a lock to make the playoffs, win the Metropolitan even. So I think that it was just an example of one team playing for everything and the other team kind of not having to play for everything. The Lightning right now has to play for I believe even the Islanders lost last night too, so I'm sure they knew that, because the Lightning were playing super hard and it seemed like the Rangers had no answer for it. I mean, I will say, I think the Rangers came out strong and they played quick and they played technical hockey.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you saw them score twice in the first period. Panarin's goal was great. I think it was Roslovic, I think was the other goal. Yeah.
First goal as a Ranger, right?
First goal as a
Had an
Ranger.
assist as well.
Yeah, he was killing it. At that point, he had a goal and assist.
Impressive so far.
Yeah, I would say so.
Better than you thought.
Offensively, yes. He definitely he got absolutely torched. I
needs
think
a better
point,
forecheck,
dude. Yeah, he needs a better back check as a forward. Yeah, definitely.
I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. What does it mean?
Back check,
forecheck.
So forecheck is like when you dump the puck into your offensive zone, you chase it and you kind of get aggressive along the boards. Like that's your forecheck.
Like there's a defender in front of you. You don't want to turn the puck over. So rather than do that, you send it into the board.
Exactly. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And then you go be physical against the board.
Back
that's your forecheck.
Meaning
like a forward playing defense when you're skating backwards and then all of a sudden like you're defending from behind.
So all it is an offensive player playing defense.
Basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Gotcha. So where was I? Oh yeah, great. Started out fine. But Tampa Bay got super physical and they ramped up their speed. They made certain adjustments. I believe going into the second period, they put Duclair, I think on the first line, I believe, with Kucherov and Braden Point. And I mean, the Rangers had no answer for that. And I think that the Rangers heavily were missing Trouba and they were missing Rempe, I think, yesterday too, because they were not playing physical. You want to talk about the hits? I mean, Gaudreau was hitting a lot, which is great because he typically does, but he was definitely trying to compensate for the lack of Trouba and Rempe. Miller and Schneider threw out 4 hits as well. They were playing physical. It just wasn't enough to slow down Tampa Bay. Mm-hmm. You're missing 2 of your more physical players, I would say. Trouba being, definitely your most physical defenseman, having those big hits. And then Rempe, we know what, his presence on the ice has been doing. So that kind of really sucked. And then, like I said, there was just no answer. Anthony Duclair certainly playing with a fire under his ass. They're talking on the broadcast. I mean, the guy went from a team that was going nowhere this season to a team that's in the wild card contention and that has a ton of veteran Stanley Cup winning experience. Not to mention Duclair was having a career year over there for San Jose. So it's like, I mean, it was just a recipe for him to do, again, like playing his former team too. Like that, he had so much energy and drive in this game. Which is why he found, the back of the net, which is why he was doing so well on that line with Point and Kucherov. And I mean, look, Point had 6 points. He had a career game yesterday too. That was the most points in one game he's ever had in his career. I think his 5th career hat trick, something like that. Tampa Bay was absolutely playing with some fire. Even Vasilevsky was too, because there was some great opportunities. One-timers by Zibanejad, Trocheck, and Vasilevsky was just defending it all, dude. So, I mean, super tough game. Rangers can't be doing that, dude. I think maybe a little bit of, I don't know if you want to call it inexperience or, I don't know, just complacency. But they came out after that first period, it was just they expected Tampa Bay to roll over. But in reality, like I said, they're a wild card team fighting for playoff contention. Like they're not going to be rolling over.
Right.
And this team, again, think of all these point scorers, Braden Point, even Stamkos, Kucherov. These guys have been together forever and they've won Stanley Cups. Like you think that they don't know in what position they're at and how hard they're going to play now to make the playoffs. Like they're looking to win this team, and this team can. And that thing they showed you last night because they played literally the best game of hockey they've ever seen the Lightning play this season. They were so quick, dude. Their puck movement was so smooth. And I mean, there was one play. It was a Stamkos power play goal that was just, which by the way, they have one of the best power plays in the league. I think, people do, I think also underestimate the Lightning a little bit, just because they're having a season that hasn't been as good, as it's been for them in the last 5 or 6 years. But like I said, they have the best power play in the league. And that power play goal from Stamkos was just a testament to how much chemistry this team has. And when given opportunities, like how they can just resort to instinct because they played so well to find the back of the net. So I don't know. It's going to be a dangerous team. And we said yesterday, do not let them hang around. Do not play down to them. And like what they like the Rangers play down to them, let them come back, gave them all the momentum, and then let them hang around. Like you can't be doing that. That's why the third period was just a complete implosion. So it's a tough loss for the Rangers. Obviously, you kind of want to move forward from it, a one and done deal. Learn from it. Certainly, you'll be getting Rempe back soon. I would imagine. I think it's been 3 or 4 games already.
This was the third.
This was the third.
So it should be Sunday. He should be back.
Sunday should be back. I think he was skating on the ice yesterday too. So I would imagine he's gonna come back with a vengeance
against the Islanders.
A team that he debuted against.
Right in the stadium.
In the winter. Yeah,
it
exactly.
was
Stadium Series. Yeah, Stadium Series. And I actually just also want to just look real quick for Jacob Trouba.
By the way, while you're looking that up, Matt Fitzpatrick's solo lead at 8 under. Scotty playing with fire off the tee on 18, which is his 9th. Seemed like off the club that it might go in the water, but landed in the fairway, maybe 5 to 10 feet from the edge. So good to see that out of Scotty. Brian Harmon hitting the green on the par 3 17th.
Wow. Let's see. As of
next 2 to 3 weeks,
that was a week ago.
It also a couple of funny comments here. Josh B says Thorn ? LOL. And then Kev Do back from the bunker says Matty G, what's good? Hey Yankee boy, Tony, what's good? And then Bernie, the typical happy Friday fellas. Let's go. Kev Do kick rocks barefoot, which is a new one. And we do love having Bernie with us. And I know he's excited for Yankee season. I know. Yes, Cole and Judge banged up, but is going to play Saturday, they said. So good times are ahead. I can guarantee you that.
Yes. No, I do think so, dude. Good times for the Rangers specifically.
No, and I was going to get back to that. And it's like, I don't know, Tony. It's just tough for me not to get kind of pissed off about last night. Because it's just like, I know, like you said, move forward, don't harp. But, I mean, part of you have to beg the question, like, how did they let that happen? Especially the fact that you're up to nothing and that you couldn't, from that point, manage the game. Michael knows there's no excuse, Yeah,
he was watching the game with me here last night.
But it's like you're up to nothing. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? Oh, Rempe and Trouba are out. What about the rest of the roster, Tony? You know what I mean? I just don't think that's an excuse. They've been playing great. I get it. Right. And I know also Lightning were hungry. They lost the first 2 games to the Rangers this year. Nevertheless, once you're there, how do you 4 unanswered in the third period of all times?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of crazy, especially for a team supposed to be one of the best in the whole league.
I totally agree. I mean, obviously it's not something that's good, but I'm just telling you, like that's like absolutely what it was. The Lightning are fighting for their lives. Rangers are not. And I'm sure, this is definitely something, obviously new for a lot of these guys in the Rangers to be experiencing. So I'm sure Laviolette, I'm sure he chewed them out in the locker room after the game because this is not something like Tampa Bay, like I said, certainly played up to you, but they're not a better team than you. Like you can beat them. You have this season already, so clearly this was some type of mental lapse. And like you said, you were up to nothing. You were playing well, and you got complacent, and you let them come back. And it's not even like you after they tied it after 2, like you took the lead back,
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And then all of a sudden it was just like in the span of a few minutes, like just defensive breakdowns,
and it really was
turnovers.
Nothing on Igor.
I would not say so, dude. Like I said, there was one where
you would say that there was nothing on Igor. That's what you're saying.
Like
his fault. It wasn't his fault. None of the goals.
No, I mean,
okay. I know. I didn't see that.
I wouldn't say so. Again, like it's not something that agrees where like you're not sitting there, and we've seen it this season before. We're like, all right, Igor should have had that. There was nothing that I saw that was like Igor should have had that. That was from like halfway out of the circle or whatever. It was just from the defense getting absolutely like just not being able to keep up with the Lightning. Like they just would not be able to keep up with them. Look at Brian.
Okay. I didn't see the ball, but I know. I might need your shot tracking, but it looks like Scotty's around the green. He was 157 out. Looks like a solid shot. I'm hoping that it's on the green. I just couldn't tell. They didn't update it yet, or is this the shot? Oh, no, that's the tee shot there.
Yeah, it's the tee shot.
Wait, so there's a live feed on this?
I guess like every
or they just show. But see how that shot was like a little
teetering. Dude.
Never know.
Never know.
I guess you could check on that in a second. but yeah, so it just for me, it's tough. It's disappointing. I know, like you said, on to the next one, and I'm sure there was something like the Lightning saying in the locker room before the game, like we're not letting the Rangers sweep us. Like,
Yeah.
they might be better,
Definitely.
but they're not that much better.
Right. And I'm telling you too, like it's just they were playing for something more.
Yeah.
But you know what, dude? Like honestly, at the end of the day, too, like I'm not that worried because like Braden Point, 6 points in the game, like that's what
Hattie.
he needed to do to beat the Rangers. You know, like that's not like Andy Duclair with a goal. Like that was, I'm telling you, because of like he's on a new team, he's playing one of his older teams, riled. Like next time the Rangers see Tampa Bay, if they even see them again, which
But
would have to be in the postseason,
I wouldn't now all of a
Shut them
sudden.
down,
I mean, I'm
dude.
not thrilled about that matchup.
No,
Oh,
I'm
and
telling you, though.
Scotty. Oh, I thought it was 5 feet, but he is on the green. But it's a 51-foot 8-inch putt for birdie there. But he's on the green.
yeah, he's on the green.
But you're saying you wouldn't be concerned at all playoff matchup?
No, absolutely not. 7-game series, they're not. It's gonna be like this. For every 2 games we win, they'll win 1. You know?
So 4-2.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. Like it's like that type of game is not always gonna happen against the Rangers. And like I know you're like, oh, it doesn't really matter, but you're missing one of your best defensemen and one of your most
All right.
physical forwards. You know, like it's
Yeah.
not like when like that line of Point and Duclair, them skating around everyone. Like you have Rempe out in the ice or Trouba, like they're gonna drop the gauntlet a little bit. You know. So
All right. Let's hope, Tony.
yes, I'm telling you.
So yeah, they'll be back in action tomorrow. Is it in Pittsburgh?
I believe so.
And then at Islanders or home to Islanders? I think home to Islanders,
I
right?
think it's at Islanders.
You could just go league schedule easier.
So
Click
that's what I'm
Saturday.
doing, yeah.
No,
Oh
you
yeah,
kinda
a
blew
little
it.
bit. Yeah, they kind of blow it there, huh?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Thursday.
Sorry, we're at Pittsburgh, like I said, and then we're at
Home.
MSG.
All right. So yeah, let's see what happens. We'll talk about those games in a little bit, but let's update picks. If you could get last night's scores pulled up, and we'll start with your picks.
Yes.
Islanders in the over 0-2.
0-2.
Bruins and the over 1-3.
Yep.
Coyotes in the under, which would be
3-3.
3-3. Rangers in the under, which would be 3-5.
Yep.
Penguins in the under.
4-6.
Panthers in the over.
4-8. Jesus.
Blue Jackets in the under.
5-9.
Flyers in the under.
5-11.
Stars in the over.
6-12.
Wild in the under.
8-12.
Golden Knights in the over.
8-14.
Capitals in the over. 9-15.
Yeah.
Okay, so that will be
Worst night ever.
Tony 9. So that's 125. And then we said, so it was 9-15, right?
Correct.
So, 4, so 11, so 111, so 125 and 111.
All right.
And I don't know what. Keeping an eye out on Scotty. I think he had his birdie putt there. But all right, so we'll go to my picks now.
Mhm.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Islanders in the under.
1-1.
Bruins in the under.
3-1.
Red Wings in the over.
3-3.
Rangers in the under.
3-5.
Penguins in the over.
5-5.
Hurricanes in the under.
7-5.
Blue Jackets in the under.
8-6.
Maple Leafs in the over.
10-6.
Stars in the over.
11-7.
Wild in the over.
12-8.
Golden Knights in the under.
13-9.
And then it's 15-9 because Capitals in the under.
All right.
So 130 and 106. So I have seized the lead.
What do I have? 125?
Yeah.
Jeez. That's
Bad night
crazy.
last night.
Yeah, I guess so, dude. So I'll pick it up.
All right. And everything makes sense for once. No,
I know.
Revisitation. And we're going to do the massive Friday and Saturday hockey frenzy.
My goodness, my gracious, my little leprechaun man. It is the St. Patrick's Day weekend across the National Hockey League, baby. Big old green frenzy starting tonight as we typically see the Friday night slate light and easy. 8 p.m. starting late night here In Winnipeg, we have the Jets taking on the Anaheim Ducks in the Canada Life Center. Winnipeg minus 390 at home here against the Ducks. The over-under, if my computer will work, will probably be 6.5. I have to guess. It is no 5.5.
Wait, go up top for a second. Up. Oh, I thought it's this again. I'm sorry.
Ducks bring this 4-game losing streak into Winnipeg tonight, just getting shut out by Minnesota. We saw last night the Jets have been winning every other game, being a little inconsistent recently, but have beat the Ducks twice already this season. What do you think is going to happen here tonight on the Friday?
Season sweep. Jets 4-0 at home. Back in the winner's circle. Let's go. Jets in the under.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with Jets and the under. Ducks haven't been scoring a ton recently, and honestly, neither of Winnipeg have. I could imagine it being like a 2-0 game shutout. Who knows? Next game, final one already for Friday, 8:30 NHL Network. Chicago Blackhawks taking on the LA Kings in Chicago. The Blackhawks plus 220 here at home have come off a little bit of an upset victory here recently against, I guess, back-to-back wins for, I don't know, first time I've seen in a while. 14 goals in the last 2 games. That's 7 in each. The Kings coming up a 3-1 loss. Believe it or not, at this point in the season, the first time these two teams are facing each other. Over-under is at 5.5. Are the Blackhawks going to continue this hot streak?
Scotty goes to the back 9, 2 under on his round. It'll be the front 9 for him since he started on the back. But yeah, I'm going to take the Blackhawks with the upset, the Shackles, the plus 220. Crazy game, overtime, NHL Network, national broadcast, 6-5. Bedard, 2 goals and 3 assists. Blackhawks, 3rd straight victory here. So Blackhawks in the over.
In the over. I don't know, man. I'm going to go Kings and the under. I say Blackhawks go cold. Kings start heating up. No more nonsense. Okay, dude. Kings and the under, they win. I'll say, I don't know, 4-1. Next game, which is actually going to be on Saturday now. Continuing this St. Patty's Day weekend, we have a ton of games starting early and often as we typically do. Noon 30 in Detroit. The Red Wings taking on your Buffalo Sabres. Obviously, lines are not out yet, but if I had to guess, I would say 5.5, and I would say Detroit favored it. I don't know, maybe minus 120, keeping it pretty close. The Sabres bringing in a 3-game win streak just out the Islanders. Buffalo stays hot? No.
Detroit's going to win eventually. I know it's been ugly. Larkin,
7 in a row.
So all of that, Tony. But I think they take out their frustration. Steve Yzerman, okay, is going to light a fire. I think bring a couple tables in the Red Wings locker room here, wanting to put on a show for the home crowd. I think Red Wings are victorious here, 6-2, finally back in the winner's circle. So Wings in the over.
Wings in the over sounds delicious, buddy, but I'm going to go Sabres, Buffalo, and the over here. I think it'll be higher scoring, but I just think Buffalo is the hot team right now. No body clock.
12:30.
Saturday. They're hyped this early game so they can start drinking after the game and watch the rest of the hockey games which we'll go through right now. But give me Sabres and the over there. Next game up. Speaking of the Islanders getting shut out, they're going to be playing here at home, UBS, against the Ottawa Senators here. I would say Islanders over under 6.5 for sure. Islanders are going to be the home favorites here at minus 150. I'll say minus 150. Islanders, I would say, are the hotter of the two teams here. Even though they come up back-to-back losses, they still have won 3 of their last 5 games. The Senators dropping 3 of their last 5, and the Islanders owning the Senators this regular season so far. 2 wins to no losses there. Final time these two teams meet. Sweep.
Sorokin, 38 of 40 in net. Isles, 4-2 over Ottawa. So Islanders in the under.
I do like that call there. Islanders and the under. Sure, dude. Look at the last 2 games. Senators have to go to overtime and they sure have to win. Islanders getting shut out the last 2 games. They're bound to score some goals. Islanders win 3-1. Next game up, 3 p.m. now in Pittsburgh. It's the Penguins playing the Rangers at the PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh. As I said, over under 6.5. Penguins plus 110 at home. Obviously Rangers trying to do some damage here against an old Penguins team, and also bounce back after that tough loss against the Lightning last night. Penguins trying to build on that 6-3 victory against San Jose. Last time these teams faced each other, Rangers won 1-0, and that was way back in November. So what do you think is going to happen here?
Johnny Quick will draw the start with the Islanders game looming the following day. And I think the Rangers win in Pittsburgh 3-1. And we're going to say that Mika, 2 goals and an assist, playing role of the hero in this one. Rangers in the under.
I can't argue with that. I think it'll be, like you said, Rangers under. Like we will typically see Jonathan Quick still on his game. Pittsburgh, old, struggling. Let's go. Next game up is going to be at 5 p.m. now on this beautiful Saturday evening, which we're getting into Arizona. Looks like the Coyotes are taking on the New Jersey Devils, my guy, in beautiful Tempe, Arizona. Look at these two teams, both struggling, both dropping 3 of their last 5. I would say Arizona here, though, still the home dog. I would say plus 150, over under 6.5. Coyotes, believe it or not, beat the Devils way back in October in a shootout 4-3. Do the Devils have what it takes here? Jake Allen got the start last night, I believe. So first start as a Devil already under his belt. What do you think?
I think it's going to be the Coyotes and the under. Clayton Keller with 2 goals in this one, as the Coyotes narrowly beat the Devils here 3-2. So Coyotes and the under.
Kind of tough to choose here. I want to say, though, Devils take this one. Let's look vintage Devils. Vintage by, I mean, last season. Devils win this one, I don't know, maybe 5-3. So Devils and the over on that game. Next one up, the Battle of Florida. ESPN trying to hammer this rivalry as the Panthers at home against the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Lightning, we know, come have a pretty big game. Braden Point, the hat trick. Most points in a game in his entire career. And the Panthers dropping a 4-0 game to Carolina, getting shut out. It's been a while since the Panthers get shut out this season. But nonetheless, the Panthers, just like the Rangers, have been owning the Lightning this season, winning the last 2 appearances these teams have had. What do you think is going to happen here?
Last time out, they beat the Lightning 9-2. I don't think it's quite that high this time, but the Panthers do win. We're going to say 6-2. So Panthers in the over, getting a vengeance for that embarrassing loss to Carolina last night.
Yeah, I think I have to agree. You said Panthers and over. I'm going to go Panthers and under. I think goaltending clinic, Vasilevsky did look really good last night. So give me Panthers winning this one in overtime. 2-1, baby. Next game up here, the Bruins playing the Philadelphia Flyers in Boston. What are we going to be in Boston? I'm sure the game, the St. Patrick's Day, the Bruins probably like minus 175 here, over under 6.5 at the TD Garden. Kind of tough game. I don't know. I can see that maybe the Flyers taking this one out, but the last time they played, late January, Bruins took care of business, 6-2 victory over them. Can the Flyers have a bounce back game?
No. I think Boston at home, and I know they've been kind of spotty this year. But I think they are the better team here. Torts, tight, the clipboard, all that, as Scotty looks on at number 1. I'm going to say Boston winning this one 4-1. So the Bruins and the under.
Oh, man. Yeah, definitely Bruins. And I'm going to say they just went up 6 goals to Toronto, even 2 goals to San Jose, 7 goals. Yeah, so give me Bruins in the under. Flyers have been letting up a lot of goals. I think the Bruins are due to score a ton, too. Bruins in the over. I don't know if I said under before, but Bruins and the over. Excuse me. Next game, prime time, 7 p.m., Toronto, Carolina, Leafs, Hurricanes. Will the Hurricanes blow the Leafs out of Scotiabank Arena here? Over under 6.5 for sure. Maple Leafs definitely the home favorites at minus 110. Hurricanes maybe even on this road. What's going to go on here tonight? Tomorrow night.
Hurricanes defense will win this one. We saw Kuznetsov offensively score his first Carolina goal last night. Maybe he has another one here. But I'm going to say Carolina, on the strength of their defense, wins this game. We're going to say 3-2 in overtime. Newly donned Hurricane Jake Gensel, the game winner.
I do love that. Gensel bound to start scoring some more for Carolina, and I love Kochetkov here against the Maple Leafs. I mean, you look at the Hurricanes' last 5, letting up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goals in the last 5 games. That's really good. Just shut out Florida, as we said, so the offense was humming against a pretty good team. So give me Canes and the under. I'll say they win 5-1. Canes and the under. Next game, go in Columbus, 7 p.m. for the Toilet Bowl at Nationwide Arena. The Blue Jackets hosting the San Jose Sharks, over under 5.5. The Blue Jackets, I don't know, -110 again, dude. Who knows? Tight matchup here. What do you think's gonna go on, dude?
Blue Jackets in the over. The Sharks, after all those trades, I mean, are very rarely going to win any games the rest of the year. So we're going to say Columbus here, 6-2 against the Sharks. So Columbus and the over.
Over under 5.5. I'm anticipating it to be over as well there, Brian. Same deal. Columbus, tough that Danforth is out for the rest of the season, but why not a goal and 2 assists for Johnny Gaudreau? Give him a little bit. Boone Jenner gets 2 goals of his own. Sharks win 4-3. Blue Jackets win 4-3. Excuse me. Next game, Battle of Canada here. The Calgary Flames on the Montreal Canadiens Scotiabank Saddledome, over under 6.5. The Flames -155 here at home. What do you think? Canadians pull off an upset?
Yes. Usually I would take the Flames, but just trying to reverse some weaknesses that I have at times. So give me the Canadiens here. I think this is 3-2 in overtime. Suzuki, the game winner.
So tough, dude. Flames so inconsistent. Look at the last 5, losing to great teams, beating Vegas, won against Tampa Bay. I say they win here against the Canadiens. Give me the Flames and the under. Maybe Markstrom looks pretty good like he did early in the season. Flames win 2-0. Markstrom, 3rd shutout of the year. Next game, 8 p.m. Still have quite a few games here. St. Louis taking on Minnesota Wild. St. Louis Blues here could even be even. Over under 6.5. Blues -110. The Wild coming off a big win last night. What do you predict happening here?
I like the trajectory of the Blues and Binnington and Buchnevich, Tony. So give me the Blues. I would say give me the under as well. I'm going to say they win 4-1 over Minnesota.
I do like that. I mean, Marc-Andre Fleury shut out last night against the Devils. They've been taking care of business, but Blues are hot against good teams. 5-1 Boston, 3-1 LA. No, give me Minnesota. They've been hot right now, winning 4 of the last 5 games. Give me Minnesota and the under. Minnesota wins this one 2-1, edging out the victory. Speaking of edging it out, 8 p.m. Dallas, the Stars playing the Kings. Over under 6.5. The Stars -150 here as the Kings are marching into American Airlines Arena, looking for some more wins here. Do they get that win?
I think, Tony, that the Stars win this one 7-2 over the Kings. So Stars in the over. Pavelec with the hat trick.
Pavelski?
I don't think it's ski, is it?
Yeah.
Is that how it's spelled?
Pavelski, yeah.
All right, whatever.
All right, whatever. But this game, my choice now. I got to go Stars. I'm going to go under. Imagine under 6.5 for sure. And you look at the last time these teams faced each other, both games, Kings only scored 1. Dallas Stars obviously scored more. They go for this sweep. Stars and the under. Let's go. Next up, 3 games, all at 10 p.m. The Edmonton Oilers versus the Colorado Avalanche. Watch out, Western Conference Final potential. The Oilers, probably because they're at home, are going to be -110. Tight home favorites. Over under certainly 6.5 between these two teams. Offenses, you want to look at these teams' histories this season. There is none. First time these two teams are playing each other. The Avalanche, though, on a 7-game win streak, I think. Oilers winning 3 of the last 5. Who takes home the W?
Speaking of 7, Tony, you think any chance the over-under is 7?
No, I don't think so.
Sometimes they do that, though.
Very
They don't-
rarely,
Very
but I
rarely.
don't think so.
Regardless, let's call it 6.5, and let's call it Edmonton winning 5-4 in overtime. Zach Hyman, who else? The game winner set up by who else but Connor McDavid. The assists continue. Oilers with a big W.
I will take the Avalanche in that score right there. Give me Avs and the over.
I really want to take this over 100. Like I don't.
100%.
How
Dude.
is this a low-scoring game?
It can't be. It can't be. So give me Avs in the over. Like I said, next game. Second to last game here. Vancouver going back to Canada. Canucks taking on the Caps. The Caps getting the win last night. Watch out. But the Canucks looking to lay down the gauntlet. Over under 6.5. Canucks minus 175 here. Maybe even minus 210. What do you think's going to happen here? Caps capitalize?
No. Canucks, even though without Demko, they do have JT Miller. That's enough. The Capitals, I know they're good in spots, but not this spot. Vancouver easy 3-1 over the Capitals, so the Canucks and the under.
I do love the Canucks. The under would be kind of nice too, because the last time these two teams faced, so there was the under. But I'm going to say it's go chalk in the over. Canucks and the over here. I say a lot of scoring. Canucks win this game 5-2. Last game around the National Hockey League. Not a great one, but good enough. 10 p.m. in Seattle. The Kraken taking on the Predators here. Land versus sea. Over under certainly 6.5. Seattle, because they're at home, they need to be home dogs. Plus 150, plus 130 maybe. I don't know. But the Kraken 3-game losing streak, including a 3-0 shutout against Winnipeg. And it looks like the Predators have won just one game here, actually. Series season tied. What do you think's going to happen here?
As JT punches from the straw at number 1, Scotty has a big putt left for birdie. This shot looks like it's successful on the fairway. But yeah, give me the Kraken. Kraken in the under. Typically, I would go the other way here, but one of those things, trying to correct the weaknesses. So Kraken win this game 4-1.
I will take the under, but I will take the Predators. They win that game 3-2.
And that is your hockey frenzy, Tony.
The Friday ones are always crazy.
I'm like feeling very confident with my picks lately, huh?
Yeah, that's great, dude.
I don't know. Don't you feel like, though, by this point in the season, like we've learned a thing or two about like patterns, teams?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we do a good job in staying with what team is hot. It's those over-unders, I feel like, get us a lot of times.
Yeah.
It's either hit or miss. It's like we always get like, I think we always hammer them all in one night, or we just blow it in one night.
But don't you think too? And I'm sure, I guess there's so many games. How much difference could there be? But it definitely seems like the under hits more.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you have your matchups, you know. And then also too, what I guess I could do the math on this. What's your or I'll just do it. Okay, let's see here.
What's my guess?
No, I was trying to see like what the percentage
A couple
is.
shekels up there. Could
So
be a
it's
nice payday.
130 divided by 236. So I have a 55% winning percentage, Tony. And
Not bad.
Yours is going to be slightly less. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just 54 here, but we'll try it anyway. So 125 into 136. No, 125 into 236. 52.9.
Wow.
So I'm trying to think with like VIGs and stuff. What is it? Like you need, I think it's like 57, 58%.
Oh yeah.
I think, you know,
Okay.
with like the juice, you know what I mean? So we're close. We're close to being, in the green.
Yeah, we're getting there, dude.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Josh B getting riled for the shekels.
The
Also,
shekels.
Josh B, if we could get you before the horn here, any update fantasy league draft times, Riley out from the beer chugging contest. I mean, anything, Tony? Still nothing from Domac. He's too cool.
Nothing.
You know what is cool though, and I will mention this the next time he's in. My cousin, I saw him yesterday at the wake, and he knows Domac's dad and they were at the same conference, and my cousin didn't know the whole like scenario about him being like the intern here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they were talking about that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
dude.
so we'll definitely have to bring that. I can't believe the ties, Tony.
I know, dude.
It's unbelievable.
The Connecticut ties, dude.
Yeah, so that's good stuff. And then yeah, like we didn't do it in our frenzy, but of course, like we said, 1 o'clock, a TNT game on a Sunday. You don't usually see that. Maybe Tuesday night. Oh, please no, Josh. Anniversary Tuesday night, if you could, bud.
Oh, anniversary Tuesday night?
Yeah.
7 years?
Close. Just like your totals. One off 8 years. But yeah, Josh, any other night of the week, if you could just do me that solid, I would appreciate it, because last night we were hanging out and I did the draft, and it's just like, you could do it, but you haven't done fantasy in a while, Tony, but like I feel like you can't have any distractions. Like you got to have multiple steps, because you have the draft going, but then you need your side laptop or whatever for research and stuff.
Absolutely.
Josh B says thumbs up. Josh B is the best, as is Josh M.
Yes,
says,
Josh M with the heavy let's go right there. The late let's go. Push for Wednesday, he said.
Push for Wednesday.
But Wednesday night, gaming corner.
But we could still do it
on the gaming corner,
yeah,
and it'll be the show.
Yeah, it's not. You make your pick. That's fine.
Yeah,
it'll almost honestly make it more exciting.
It'll enhance the show.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
As the days get closer, you're riled or not?
Yeah, no, actually very riled. Yes.
Yeah, and
let's freaking go, dude.
Inside of 2 weeks from Mets opening day, the train, the drinking.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's so sick. I can't wait.
Really is unbelievable. What a stretch coming up.
Maybe I'll get my jersey dry cleaned, dude. It'll be nice and fresh for the season.
No, but
how do you
No, when was the last time you washed that jersey?
Dude, honestly. Do you wash your jerseys? You throw them in the wash and shit?
Yeah, just the wash.
Yeah, just the wash, and you air dry them, like you just hang them up to dry?
Yes.
Are we on like a delicate cycle, or
no? I just
regular
throw it
cycle
in with everything. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that.
Still haven't got like my jerseys, feeling the pressure with the names on the back. It's just one of those things. You're always running somewhere.
Yeah.
But I'll figure that out eventually.
When you go to like a Dick's Sporting Goods or something, and
could do that. Could do that. But yeah, binge today.
Binge 8 p.m. dude.
Is that like the new start time?
Honestly, I think it may be.
Both
to be
days.
honest, yeah, both days 8 p.m. We're testing it out. Looks like we have some good viewage at that time. And it's Friday night. People going out, turn on the binge buddies. We got a couple new trailers to watch. A couple things to review. Horseshoe right after St. Patty's Day weekend. So it's gonna be really fun. So be around 8 p.m. while you're pre-gaming. Binge buddies. Let's go tonight, dude. It's gonna be fun.
And you're not gonna like give us any other information on the show, like what you're talking about?
Yeah, we're looking at the new Crow trailer, dude.
Do I not ask you this every time?
No, yeah, you do. Honestly, I think I'm gonna watch Full Swing after this. Get the first episode of my belt. Talk about that. Hopefully, maybe we can get you on board this weekend. Maybe at some point Sunday afternoon.
Wait, what are you talking about?
To watch the Full Swing.
I actually might watch that tonight.
Oh, let's go, dude. There we
late
go.
Night.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then bracket selection next week. So it's so much stuff coming up. Like hard to keep track, Tony.
Hard to keep up.
And then I forgot too that a week from Tuesday I'm gonna be at the Ranger game. Like, are you kidding me?
Oh my god, that's right. You're doing that Ranger game too.
You better like have things in order. I'm gonna be tight if there's any type of botch with that. Also, too, I'm trying to think your schedule too, fantasy wise. If Wednesday's not good, almost really, I don't know if it doesn't work for everybody else, but would Monday be better?
Monday night.
Do you have anything going on?
No.
It's like a 7-8 o'clock. If that worked for them.
Yeah, certainly. I can do either
if
Monday
possible. I know I'm being difficult, Josh. So whatever you're gonna do. But we could do the live, results on Gaming Corner. If
Josh would be riled for that.
And then what's the deal? So Wednesday Gaming Corner. You have teaching before or no?
Not next week, actually.
Oh, okay.
So next week will be no
nice.
Wednesday.
So we can get like the extended Gaming Corner, which is nice.
Dude.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, I'm hyped for that.
Just so much to be excited about. The golf. Do we want Scheffler's par putt from about 3 feet? Do we want to take us through there? And one more leaderboard, dude. Actually. What are we talking about here? Scheffler back of the hole through 10 holes, 2 under par.
Tell me about Matt Fitzpatrick, dude.
Co-leading. Oh no, solo leading at 9 under. The Postman and Wyndham Clark at 8 under. What are your thoughts on the tournament so far, though? I mean, a lot of big names near the top. You think we see a lot of turnover over the weekend?
Yeah, I think so, dude. Obviously, like
Wednesday's fine, Josh. He has a $250 entry. Wow, I didn't know he got that crazy with the entry fees. So yeah, that's fine. Wednesday's fine, Josh. We'll make it work.
That is pretty crazy. But yeah, I feel like I don't know. I mean, definitely like the top 5, not the golfers I thought were going to be in here, to be honest.
But I feel like everybody's good. So 9 under,
right?
leads,
9 under
okay.
leads,
and then I mean,
you have Scotty, Rory, 7 under.
Well, you have, but look at it this way: you have 11, so you have 10 golfers behind that 9 under, and they're all within 3 shots.
Yeah, so it was tight. So I would expect definitely a lot of turnover. And definitely surprised at how Rory's doing.
Do I win the Scheffler over Rory? Tied right now. Rory hasn't teed off yet, but has been known to
blow up. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm expecting. So, yeah, I would think Rory blows up. He drops down.
Does he finish top 10, top 15?
Top 15.
Top 15. Scotty, top 5?
Definitely. Easily.
And your revised winner is, or are you just going to stick with?
I'll stick with Scotty.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Who would be the top contender?
Wyndham Clark. Why not?
Wyndham.
Yeah.
All right.
65 in round 1. That's strong.
He's had a solid year plus of golf. Since winning that U.S. Open, the win at Pebble. Just a good all around player. So yeah, that's that.
How's Scotty doing that?
Wait, what's
that shot that Scotty was up to? Did we watch that?
Oh, it was a par, 3-foot par putt.
Oh,
made
okay,
it through 10, 2 under,
awesome.
Going to number 11, which also would be number 3. So yeah, that's that. Kev talking smack, donating the $250. But yeah, here we are, and yet another great show. We appreciate everybody this week. A great week of shows who
phenomenal
commented, liked, subscribed, checked out all the archives on the YouTube page. Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay with his Bitcoin in costume. The merch at downtimetv.com. Tony getting a kick out of that. We want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games, enjoy the weekend, enjoy the golf. Let's go Rangers and Yankees.
Go Rangers and Mets.
And we will see you on Monday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.